What's up, guys? Welcome back. And for this video, we're going to talk about compounding and how it becomes really obvious when you hit your 30s. So without further ado, let's get it started, baby. There we go. All right, so the one thing that became extremely obvious when I started approaching my mid-30s was that our actions compound no matter what we do. It was also confirmed in the book I read, Atomic Habits. It was also confirmed in another book I read, which was The Compound Effect. And both of these books basically confirm what I already suspected, which was your actions, no matter what you do, compound. And through my personal experience, I started to notice that people around me were changing drastically when I hit my 30s, more so mid-30s. And according to my observation, I just strongly feel that it's a result of compounding actions. You know, for example, you had that one kid in maybe you used to chill with in your young 20s, right? And they drank a little too much. They did drugs a little too much, right? And you were just like, I don't know, man, that's weird. And then all of a sudden you notice that they're heavily addicted to drugs in their mid-30s, or they're getting arrested, right? Or that one kid who was just a little too aggressive, you know what I mean, with people or their girlfriend or whatever. And then all of a sudden you see on the news they got arrested for getting in the fighting with the cops or something, right? And you also have that one person who is going down the wrong path, right? And then all of a sudden you see, oh, they completely changed their life around. So that too can compound, like making a drastic change in your life, and then you're so energized and motivated to fix your life. That too compounds. So it's not like it's too late to change the compounding effect. It gets harder as time goes on, though, because compounding gets stronger with time. So say, for example, you worked out a little bit when you were younger, and then you started working out more and more. Well, yeah, you're getting older, but it's easier for you to work out because you've maintained it for so long, right? As opposed to someone who just started working out maybe in the mid-30s, right? And they're like, oh man, I gotta start working out. They can have change, but it's gonna be much harder because of compounding. And I don't know if you guys ever seen the compound interest charts, where it looks like you're doing nothing really. Oh wait, money's starting to grow a little bit, and then all of a sudden, boom, you're getting dividend checks of 10 grand, 20 grand, right? And you reinvest it. Then you get a dividend check of 100 grand. So compounding interest is basically what I'm talking about, but for an individual's actions. That also goes for introspection. So say someone who normally does a lot of introspection, or even a little bit, well, they're gonna have a better psyche overall than the people who literally avoid everything. And as you guys know, if you avoid things, you create shadows, and those shadows compound over time, and so you unconsciously express what you've been repressing all these years, and that is another compounding effect. You also see that it's obvious too, because you know that we are manifestations of energy. Well, that tree has compounding effects built into it. If you notice, the tree grows a little bit, and then it bifurcates into two, and then those two bifurcate into two more, and then all of a sudden you have mad branches and mad leaves right at the tops of the trees. Well, that's literally a visual representation of compounding. And so that's why it makes sense that after so many years, it becomes obvious what people are up to in their lives. And that's why you have people who have complete mental breakdowns when they're older. It's a result of their psyche not being able to handle the chaos. It's a result of compounding. And I can go on and on, you know what I mean? You know, Diablo, for example, I'm playing this game. The reason why I love it is because your rank compounds as you know, get higher and higher. You get, you know, higher. See, I just hit, look at that, 189 mil in damage. The damage compounds in Diablo, you see what I'm saying? And so I feel that that's inherently built into our reality. So of course, the human psyche would reflect it. Of course, human behavior would reflect compounding, especially as time goes on. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about it. Oh, actually, I want to add one more thing. Business too. Business is exactly falls exactly in that compounding effect. So, for example, like you might start a business or YouTube channel, whatever the case is, right? And nothing happens. You're like, I'm doing all this work, nothing's happening. I'm doing all this work, nothing's happening. And then, boom, you get a little bit of views. You're like, okay, cool. Or your business makes, you know, $500, right? And then a few years later, it's a little higher. And then all of a sudden, you're making bank everywhere. You know what I'm saying? You're like, whoa, this is crazy. It's a result of compounding. There's a chart online, you can search it up, and it basically shows the income of a career person versus the income of an entrepreneur. And the entrepreneur, for the longest time, makes way less than the career person, up until the point where it just capitulates upwards, and it's a result of compounding your entrepreneurial skills for so long. And then all of a sudden the chart shows that, you know, the entrepreneur is making a crazy amount more than the career person. But yeah, I could go on and on about compounding and how it shows itself in reality. But like I said, in your 30s, you start to see all these people around you. You're like, whoa, that's who they are. Like, whoa, what the hell? Why would they do something like that? Oh, whoa, this person ended up like this. This person did that. It's a result of what they've really been doing in life, right? It's like it has to show itself. If you live long enough, your actions will compound and culminate into whatever you've been doing. All right, guys. Hey, take it easy. Thanks for listening.